Hey guys, how's it going? In this video, we're going to be doing a set of BMR suspension drag bags in my Pontiac GTO. It's good for 04 to 06. I bought the kit used. It came with no instructions, but it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. I went online just to confirm all the parts were there, and which I'll go through in the video here. I'll run through every step by step of how I did it. There's more than one ways you can skin a cat, so this ain't the end all be all ways. If you have any suggestions, feel free to comment, send me a message. There's going to be many videos for this car in particular. It's going to be in my project car over the next few years. Hopefully I'll have it built by 2018 and be on the drift pad. But in the meantime, I'm just going to have some fun with it, do some simple mods. Then we're going to be taking it out on the Gregoire Lake this year for the winter. So I'm looking forward to that and looking forward to making more videos. Alright, let's get to it.
Doesn't matter what you buy, the best thing to do before you do anything is actually open up your box, go through all the contents, make sure it's all there, and then decide if you need anything extra. For example, if you do decide you want to use this T-clamp and you're not happy with the quality, you would rather go with maybe a brass or something like that, then that'll give you the opportunity to do so. Or you're not happy with these, get them changed. Like myself, what I've actually gone and done extra is actually got some 1/4-inch loom, and this is what I'm going to put over the Synflex or the airline itself, and to give it some extra protection. Use some electrical tape to secure it all, but in this case it gives you your 2 standard airbags for this kit. It gives you 6 clamps, a T-fitting, then of course two Schrader valves. And so just going to install as you see it. I'm only going to I'm going to opt out of using this and run 2 separate lines. I'll probably put these up into the trunk area and then go from there. So from my understanding, from one other YouTube video I did watch, is in order to get this into the spring, you actually got to just pull this out. Clear space here. Get it as flat as you can. Now, using this cap that you just took off after you got it flattened, put it back on. And this will help keep it flattened and keep the air out of it. So then we'll have to find a way to squeeze that right up to get it in there. And then just make sure you have it where you want it to be, nipple down, and then you shouldn't have any issues. Do the same with this one. There. So I just need some line. It gives you a pretty decent amount. It should be enough to get the job done. I'm going to have a couple of spare clamps. I don't think there's going to be much room to get actually 2 of them on there. I don't think you'll need to. Alright, well, let's prep the car and let's get going. Put the park brake on or put it in gear. Better yet, do both. Shock your wheels, do it. Just go ahead and just slightly loosen off all your lug nuts. I seriously recommend using sills underneath your stands and your jack. Well, you can just go ahead and pull your already loosened lug nuts off. Just go ahead and throw your lug nuts back on the studs, you won't lose them. Now if you look and notice on each spring, you'll notice a bump stop here and a bump stop here. These will have to be cut off. Come in here as close as we can get it and take them right off. Guys, after actually cutting this off here, I'm just about ready to put this bag in, and I thought, geez, well, I'm sure it's probably not going to contact, but just to make sure, I actually just went and cut up an old pair of leather gloves that I had, poked a little hole in the middle. I'm just going to lay that right there on top of that before I run my line, and that way there, just give it a little bit of added protection for when it's hitting there, and the bags might last a bit longer. Now I take your already pre-squeezed bag here. Work this sucker in. It's good to leave it so this tip is accessible, because once you get it in, you just pull this tip off it, and this will help you. Let's just pull it off now.
Manhandle it. It is a little bit difficult.
Flip that tip up like that, and you'll be able to put your hose on there pretty easy, and just fold it back down as you pull your hose down through. All you do is take your airline, take your loom, get it started for about 12 inches. You're going to want to make sure you have your clamp on there. Now, one way to ensure this goes on to the tip nicely and goes all the way on, if you just try to do it like this, it's going to be very difficult to get on there. What I usually do, I'll just take my lighter, give her a couple passes, get it a little bit warm. It's not, can't be too hot. You don't want it to melt. There. On there beautifully. Plus, doing it like that, I find it actually molds right to the fitting, and you guarantee it's not going to leak. Throw in the supplied clamp. Okay guys, I want to show you how I got this routed. Like I said, I came in on the inside of this little bracket, ran it back to where the soft line for the brake is. You can see that. And then I just kind of just matched it, ran it up, right up and through an already pre-existing mount. And then from the left side, I did the same thing on the swing arm and through the brake line, and just brought it over top of the evap system there. So now that I got the hoses ran up through the floor, what I've went and gone and done is actually made a plate that'll cover this portion, and it's just going to be a temporary thing. And I've inserted the 2 Schrader valves. And how I did that, I just took a piece of construction paper or anything really, cardboard, made myself a little template, cut it out of a little thin aluminum that a friend of mine had. Now I already went ahead and already put my Schrader valves on the line. I used my lighter method, got it all warm and put it on there. She should never leak. There you have it. No, I just went ahead and labeled them drag bags left and right, so I knew where they were, but I put them together and obviously left, right, but someone else might come in here, might think opposite for some reason. But eventually this is all going to get taken out, and what I want to do is actually try to get a couple of gauges so I can monitor it inside the cab, and just keep it so I will fill them up and drain them back here, or even better yet, have a drain up front, fill them up back here and just let it down when I come off the track, and instead of coming back here draining it, I can do it up front just with a couple of those push buttons. But then you got chances for leaks, so it's how complex you want to get them. The more complex, the more problems they're going to have. So, but for now, like I said, it's just for fun. These will eliminate a lot of my wheel hop and a lot of fender rubbing, especially with the stock suspension. But eventually we're going to upgrade all that, and so on and so on and so on. Now, I haven't done my research yet, but I'm pretty sure the air pressure for these bags should be at least minimal 5 pounds, and I think the max is like 15 to 20, and I think that's even on the high side, that 20. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, like you've seen it. Anybody can do it. Driveway, yard, doesn't matter. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.